Hi fellow traders, I'm making this video to share with you a quick trade setup which is based on US dollar, and I compare all the currencies to determine which currency I want to trade against US dollar. After release of CPI recently, I have seen significant gains in Japanese yen, pound and euro. Even Swiss franc had gains significantly. However, I saw less gain comparatively in this currency, and at the same time I saw the least gain against US dollar in Canadian dollar. So I have decided to diversify my trade into two positions, one in USD CHF, of course the buy position, and another one in USD CAD. And I would like to exit this position before the release of PPI. So we have sufficient time remaining before the release of PPI tomorrow, and before the release of retail sales, of course, which is going to be released day after tomorrow. And also I want to avoid getting stopped out in this trade position because of any statement coming from Donald Trump. So he usually speaks around 2 p.m. New York time, and still, even if he's going to speak something today about tariff, I think we still have sufficient time remaining, because this is 6 a.m. in New York time. So 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. I mean, we have almost 8 hours. So now we can go totally according to the technical scenario, because I do not see anything interfering with this trade in at least 8 hours. So now let's talk about the technical observation. So this is you can see this greenish rectangles, which is showing you the recent support zone, which was made here on this 4-hour time frame based on this previous swing low. And again, market actually reacted from this area, and it started going to the upside. And if I go to the 1-hour time frame, I have seen this price action which has made this bullish engulfing candle in the previous hour, and I already took the position right after closing of the candle. This is the classical approach of trading based on the price action, and I wanted to see the sustainable impact of this price action. I wanted to see this to stay at least for an hour and make some significant shape of the candle. Otherwise I wouldn't take a position if market goes to the upside for maybe 15 minutes and it started going down in another 45 minutes. Then the candle will not make as an engulfing candle. So I'm not talking very basic thing about candle pattern here. Point here is to understand the price action, that the sustainable price action which is stayed bullish for an hour and made an engulfing candle, and it returned from the support. At the same time, I would like to make you notice this RSI, relative strength index, return back to the upside from the oversold zone. This is a 24 period relative strength index, and that's why it rarely touches overbought or oversold zone. If I zoom out a little bit, you'll understand this. See, it touched here 70 area, return back, then it touched here 30 area, return back, again 70 area, return back. So it rarely touches. I mean, between July 10th and August 13th, in 1 month, this touched the overbought area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and this is the 7th time. So it's not happening very frequently, 7th, 8th time in an entire month, and it is reacting from this level. If you set it to the default 14 period of RSI, it will look more choppy. So I have set it for 24. I wanted to see the movement based on the entire 24 hours of the move, and based on that I want to determine whether there is a strength in the market or there is situation of oversold or overbought in the market. So you understood why I kept it 24 now. You understood it is oversold, it is returned back, we have a price action, candle pattern, and these things are sufficient to take a small trade which probably should be closed within 8 hours, and we are targeting the nearest resistance. Nearest resistance, of course, will be the a confluence zone which I have drawn here. You can see this blue colored rectangle. So Fibonacci 38.2 or 30%, or there is no such thing. I mean, Fibonacci levels are so vague. I mean, there is no certainty that the market will react from the Fibonacci level. However, this 38.2 area is combined with the previous two swing lows, this one and this one, which is making this zone as a confluence resistance zone, the nearest one. So we will exit at the lower border of the rectangle, and the take profit level is 0.80593, and my total points on the reward side is 22.6 pips. And if let's say things turn sour and it start going down, then I have to lose maybe 14.9 pips, probably 2 pip more because of the spreads, maybe 16.9 pips. So something around 16.9 pips is my risk, and reward is 22. So it justifies my risk to reward ratio, because I want to keep at least 1 to 1, and I have taken buy position already, right? So I just have entered into profit because this candle is looking like it's going to be bullish, but can't see any significant move in last 12 minutes as I'm making this video. I'll keep the position anyway, and I'll wait for this position to hit SL or TP. I disclosed my SL and TP. Now going to USD CAD, I don't see any significant technical setup on USD CAD, but my ideology of buying USD CAD as a diversification along with USD CHF is totally based on currency strength comparison, which I compared from the movement that started after release of CPI. So this was the fall of USD CAD after CPI, 36.3 pips to the downside. Since then, Canadian dollar has gained the list against US dollar. If we compare the gain of euro, pound, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, or other currencies versus US dollar after the release of CPI. So that's why there are high chances that if US dollar will gain, it will gain more against the against Canadian dollar. So I took buy position immediately when I took my buy position in USD CHF. But I don't have any exit price levels here because I don't see technical setup, like I said. So I took the position right after the closure of this candle around 1.3757, and I got 1.3759 price level because of the spread, and I'm going to close this position exactly when USD CHF will be closed. There are two ways you can do this. Number one is to do this manually. So what you can do is you can set the notification. You can go to tools, option, notification. You can set your meta codes ID, and you will receive a notification when your USD CHF will be closed. If it will be closed at SL, you will receive a notification, and you can close this trade manually. So whatever happens with USD CHF, whether it closes at SL or TP, you receive a notification, you close the USD CAD with whatever loss or profit you get in USD CAD. This is one manual way. Another way is to write the script to do the same thing. The script will keep and watch on USD CHF, and it will close the position exactly when USD CHF will be closed. Script is a piece of program which can be written to perform these kind of tasks from time to time. So that's all in short. Thanks for watching.